together, baby. Let's go get one. Let's go get one. Let's go, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Nice to be past all the rumors and speculation from this offseason, but what were those couple of months like for you? And, was the speculation overblown or warranted?
I don't know what you're talking about, Aaron. I think that, listen, I play professional sports, man. The reality is that things change, and all that. And I think that there's some calls going around this and that. And I think that the reality is that, I've always wanted to be here. I've always wanted to play here for a long time in my whole career, ideally. And so, I think the best way to make sure that we do all that is to go out there and win.
Pulls it down, he's gonna run, he's gonna get it in!
Every morning I wake up, and this whole offseason I've been getting up at 4:15 to get ready to roll. Our whole mission is to win it all.
Congratulations, world champion.
My teammates, I know the same thing, and we're all in this thing together, and coaching staff too. So, and our fans are as well. I know our fans. The best thing, the hardest thing about last year really was we didn't have fans in the stands. We missed that about Seattle. To bring that back, to focus on that, to focus on winning and doing what we want to do and doing what we do best. That's what I'm excited about.
I think there's been a prevailing thought at times, at least, that there's been a difference of opinion when it comes to offensive philosophy between yourself and the coaching staff. Has there been? And if so, how do you rectify that?
I think the best way to rectify it, or not even rectify anything, I think the best way to explain my offensive philosophy, and I think our football teams, is get the ball in the end zone. I think at the end of the day, I don't care how we do it. I don't care. But as long as we're getting the ball in the end zone a ton, we threw, I don't know, I think 40 touchdowns last year or something like that. The reality is I feel like we could have thrown 60.
Now he scrambles. Now he's going to throw to the back of the end zone. Reaching up, making the catch. Did he get his feet in? He did!
We got more touchdowns to throw. We got more plays to make. We got more runs for Chris Carson to get into the end zone, run over some people. So I'm excited about what we can do as a team.
What was your reaction to seeing DK Metcalf compete in the 100-meter dash?
Man, well, the first thing is that I was actually going to go see him, and I got stuck in traffic. There was 2 accidents along the way, and I was like hot. I was pissed. I was so mad. And there's 2 major accidents, and I got stuck in LA traffic trying to get there. And so, anyways, I got it on my phone, and I ended up putting it on the little dashboard while I was stuck in traffic, and I watched him. I was screaming at the top of my lungs, and he started so amazing. He was gone. Just the fact that he was right there with everybody was amazing to watch. And if he gave it a few more months, I'm sure he would probably win that race. To be honest with you, but I'm glad he didn't. I'm glad he's with us now. I'm glad he's catching footballs and God definitely gave him a gift to run, but he gave him an amazing gift to be able to run and catch and score touchdowns too.
DK, he makes the catch! Touchdown, Seahawks!
Well, Russell, year number 10 for you. I guess that means you're almost at the halfway point of your career?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just getting started. I'm excited about it. Making year 10, year 1. That's just kind of been my mentality all offseason. I'm excited about where we're going, where we're headed.
It was a decade ago, and I'm sure you were getting a lot of advice from a lot of other people back then as a rookie, but if you had to go back in time, what advice would you give to rookie Russell Wilson?
What advice would I give to rookie Russell Wilson? Well, I was a little bit more of a robot back then.
Electrical tape? A screwdriver? Why would you need that stuff?
I guess John Moffitt was right. He said you were a robot back then.
But I think that for me, I was head down. I was focused, and now, I'm more focused than ever. I feel super confident about where we are as a team. I feel super confident about, where we're going. And, the reality is that I strap on my cleats to win it all. And these guys do too in this locker room. So that's our mission. That's our goal. And I know our fans are about that too. I know they can't wait to get back in the stands for this season. I'm excited about that. That's going to be electric. So let's go.
So what excites you about this brand new offense, and what will 12s be excited to see this season?
Well, I think that first of all, I think Shane's been spectacular along the way. He really understands the game. He's super calm, super clear on what he wants to do and how we want to do it. I had some great conversations with him along the journey, along the interview process of just, how he sees the game, how I see it, how we see it together. So hopefully that all that will come to life and in such a great way, it's put a masterpiece together. And so we're excited about that. We're excited about, how we can use the whole field and use a lot of different people, a lot of different things. We got so much talent. I think obviously Chris Carson.
He's driving, he's in. Now he's going to scramble. Now he's going to throw to the end zone. He's got a man. Touchdown, Seahawks.
DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, that duo right there, those two guys in the receiver position. Obviously Chris and who he is and how physical he is. I think our tight ends are the best in the league. So I'm excited to see Gerald come on our team now and make plays for us rather than that other team wherever they are. And I'm excited about Disley and also Colby. So it's going to be a great matchup, and we're excited about it. And we're excited about just going and getting every game, every moment from game 1 to all the way to game 17, all the way to hopefully 20, 21. We win it all.
Listen, I'm a big trivia guy. I use flashcards to learn. What do you use to learn new verbiage in a playbook?
Well, I learn multiple different ways. I'm a super visual guy. I love looking at things. So I actually get on the field, I walk through it, I do that. I also go, I use a lot of different processes to continue to say different things, different ways, nuances of hearing it, saying it, picturing it. We got some really cool plays and different things. And so, I think using that creative side of my brain constantly to think through, what I want to call this, what I want to signal this, what I want to think through that. Shane and I matching up that together, I think it's been awesome.
18 to I don't want to.
If I can learn in multiple ways, I also, not just for me, but also I can teach it in multiple ways for everyone else. And I think if I can explain that verbally or visually show them or talk them through it, I think that's always the best way for my teammates to learn it too as well. And so we spent several hours, extra time, in Zoom calls or extra time here at the office and just working on learning it and being prepared. And so guys are more prepared than ever.
Let's go, man. I see you, boy. Great can happen. Believe. Come on, KJ. We've done it before.
You always say that you're blessed to be one of just 32 starting quarterbacks in the NFL. But what is the toughest part about being a quarterback in the NFL, being Seahawks quarterback?
The most challenging part is it's the toughest position in the world at the same time. It's the greatest one, but it's the toughest one.
Let's go get this thing. Hey, win on 3. 1, 2, 3, win.
You have to always be prepared. You have to always have your mindset right. I think you have to always study like crazy. You have to always have all those things. And the greatest part about all that, those are things that all those things I love.
Is this team a legitimate Super Bowl contender this season?
I don't see how not. I think that, when you got guys like big Dwayne Brown leading the offensive line, you got guys like Chris Carson in the backfield, you got that dynamic duo of DK Metcalf and Tyler and our tight ends, the best tight end group in my opinion in the world. I think you got, our defense with Bobby Wagner being a center core of everything that we do. I think Dunlap, big old number 8, I think Big Al Woods being in the middle there, I think obviously with, our DBs and all the things those guys can do. I mean, how great was Reed last year, just how many plays he could make. Obviously Jamal and Diggs, I mean, those two guys, best in the world. So I'm excited about it, and I'm excited about where we can go and what we can do.
You said Dunlap, big number 8. Nobody took your single digit away from you. Nobody's taking number 3 this season.
No, nobody's taking number 3 away.
Finally, Bobby Wagner is off the table on this one. If you're a fan at training camp, who would be on the top of your list to get an autograph from?
If I was a fan, you said?
Yep.
You said Bobby's off the list, you said?
Yes.
Man, I'm going with Jamal.
I'm going to enjoy my cigar.
I'm going with DK.
Touchdown, Seahawks! DK Metcalf.
I'm going with Diggs.
Intercepted by Quandre Diggs.
I mean, I got to get Chris Carson on
He
the
tries
draft.
to leap. Whoa, he's still on his feet.
It's a tough question if you can only have one, right?
Michael Dixon signed a big contract. I mean, he can punt the ball probably further than anybody in the world. So, listen, but then you got Tyler Lockett, and that's tough.
Reaching up, making the catch. Did he get his feet in? He did. Touchdown, Seahawks.
I'm probably gonna have to go. I'm probably gonna have to go with Michael Dixon. He signed a nice, contract this year, and he's literally the best in the world at punting the ball. So I'm gonna go with him. Ain't nobody kicking like him.